At 11:59 I'll hit publish, and the sky over Ashcroft will tear like wet newsprint. At 11:57 on the dot, I'm alone in the press room with 5 survivors and a typewriter that refuses to die. Kara Thompson rubs her burned cheek, still smelling charred wood from the Ashcroft blaze she thought was contained. Jonas Miller, his daughter's laughter forever echoing in his mind, clutches a torn bus ticket, a reminder of the midnight signal that lured him into Blackwood Forest. Marisol Vega holds her daughter's singed doll, its glassy eyes broken but still blinking in her nightmares. Ethan Lee fingers the teacher's journal, its final pages blank until they bled with our names. Lena Torres sits clutching noise-canceling headphones, trembling at every phantom lullaby that pulses behind her ears. I clear my throat. My own scar, 2 days old from when I shattered the mirror, stings under the press room's red on-air glow. I steel myself for a confession I've rehearsed 1,000 times but never wanted to speak. I failed to save 2 children in Ashcroft. My hesitation cost lives. Tonight, the ritual book's final chapter demands one more sacrifice. Every headline I've typed since has tightened this noose around our throats. I type the first line, 5 names, 5 knots and a rope of ink. The keys respond with a single stutter, as if reluctant to obey. Outside, the clock on the wall ticks, 11:58, 11:59. My pulse matches the seconds. I look up, each survivor's face is drawn, awash in regret. Kara whispers, "This was never about saving us." Her voice cracks, eyes brimming with tears. The journal's symbol, KM0RE, pulses on the table in dried crimson. It's unchanged from the teacher's original sketch, the same shape that carved our bloodlines, the same glyph that shimmered in static. I reach out, tracing its edges, and the journal shudders under my touch. A page flips itself, revealing the final provocation, publish or perish. I swallow hard. The typewriter carriage clicks to life on its own, sliding a blank page into place. My hands hover. Jonas stands, voice raw. "Why are you making us relive our worst moments? The fire, the forest, the signal, the mirror, all your headlines." He holds up his burned ticket. "You wrote that signal. You wrote it into being." My throat constricts. He's right. Each prophecy was a line I typed, and each line became reality. I was both reporter and architect of horror. Marisol grips the doll tighter. "You told me to burn it, but that only made it scream in my dreams." Lena, pale as camera film, presses her headphones to her ears. Whatever I record, it plays back my own voice naming who dies next. Ethan's journal falls open in my lap. I stare at the empty space, wondering how the pages always knew what to show. My world is a manuscript bleeding into life. I take a shaky breath. My final headline will release the curse, or bind it forever. If I print "The Final Sacrifice is Fillmore," perhaps the ritual swallows me and spares them. Or if I leave it blank, the entity feeds on our collective dread. Either way, we're at the brink. Lightning flashes outside, illuminating the shattered mirror. In its fractured glass I see 6 distorted reflections. I meet my own eyes, eyelids flickering 3 seconds ahead of my blinks. My reflection smiles before I do, mouthing, "Write it." A gust of wind rattles the boarded windows, carrying a single bar of that nursery rhyme, slowed to a death knell. Hush. Now. Sleep. Tight. Time fractures. The clock skips from 11:59 to 12:00. My fingers find the typewriter keys as if guided by unseen hands. I type. The press room phantom has claimed its author. The typewriter hammers the final word. The page falls forward, blank, as if the ink never existed. Silence envelops us. Then, one by one, the survivors vanish. Kara's scream echoes down the corridor before the walls swallow it. Jonas's locket drops to the floor, clattering like a metronome of doom. Marisol's daughter's doll thuds against the typewriter's base. Ethan's journal snaps shut on an unwritten page. Lena's headphones crackle and go dead. I remain alone, the final echo fading, the air thick with absence. The clock reads 12:01. In the press room's silent heart, only my reflection remains, smiling, triumphant. Outside, the sky ruptures like wet newsprint torn free, revealing a void that bleeds darkness into every corner of the town. I whisper to that reflection. I was trying to stop it. But the mirror-lagged echo responds 3 seconds early. You wrote it. And somewhere beyond the shattered glass, Ashcroft burns again.